Yujiro pressed his face directly against the 8-inch bulletproof glass, determined to use his sheer strength to shatter it. In the next moment, the glass cracked open, and Yujiro smoothly moved right up to Pick's cage. It turned out that not long before, the primitive man, Pick, had been locked up in this room. Eager to feel the raw power of this ancient being, Yujiro made his way to a US military base. But to his surprise, the soldiers guarding the entrance stopped him. In an instant, Yujiro kicked one soldier flying. Before they could even react, a terrifying aura exploded from him. Seeing this, the soldiers immediately began fighting each other, with even the one who had just been knocked down frantically beating himself up. Yujiro, seeing the chaos, slowly walked toward the entrance. He didn't stop until the 3 soldiers were knocked out and couldn't get up. With a single blow, Yujiro smashed the door wide open and swaggered toward Pick's location. Meanwhile, Raikyo, having sneakily arrived at the base, used his martial arts to expertly hide behind a patrolling soldier. But just as he was getting close, a searchlight suddenly swept over them, revealing Raikyo's position. Fortunately, he reacted quickly, knocking out the soldier in a flash, then used the ventilation ducts to reach the room where Pick was being held. What he didn't expect, however, was that Kogo Seiji was already there. The two of them were shocked when they crossed paths. Just then, the ground inside the room started to shake. In the next second, a massive figure emerged from the darkness. As they tried to make sense of the situation, suddenly, Vanma Jack crawled out of a nearby water tank, followed by Shichikawa, who emerged from under the bed. Everyone had come here to witness the might of the primitive man, Pick, but at that moment, Pick was still sound asleep in a hollow tree. Seeing this, Jack rushed over and kicked the tree with all his might. The violent shake instantly woke Pick up, and he slowly stepped out from behind the tree. The group was left speechless, stunned by the sight of Pick's massive body. However, just then, Pick suddenly began to urinate on the ground, and the force of it was like a flood. But then, Pick noticed Yujiro standing off to the side. Seeing this, Yujiro slowly walked up to him, then pressed his face up to the bulletproof glass in front of him. With a forceful burst of power, the glass shattered, and everyone around them gasped in shock. At that moment, Yujiro extended his fist, silently challenging Pick to fist bump him. Pick, intrigued, extended his own fist. As their fists made contact, a brilliant flash of light exploded from the impact. At that moment, Pick felt as though Yujiro was like a Tyrannosaurus Rex in front of him. This instinctively triggered his hunting instincts, and he suddenly lunged forward with all his strength. But in the blink of an eye, Yujiro used martial arts to throw him to the ground. Yujiro stood there, stunned. He hadn't expected that he'd need to use his martial arts to take down this opponent. As Pick slowly stood up, the onlookers couldn't hide their shock.